This is the Karen's podcast. I'm here with my best friends, Susan, Carolyn, and Megan. And this week we're going to talk about goals. As we get older, goals like running marathons and how crazy you must be. So that being said, why don't we start with Susan? And Susan, tell us why we're starting with you.
Well, on Sunday, I ran the what's called a major marathon. It's one of the majors. There's 7 in the world, and it was in Chicago. And I ran 26.2 miles, and I PR'd for my second marathon in 2 years. And yeah, so
PR is
What is
personal
that?
record.
personal record means I reduced my time, so I was able to shave time off. And yeah, so
After
ran a
telling us for
marathon.
weeks that you weren't prepared, by
I
the
would,
way.
I was like, here's the thing. And we can talk about goal setting, and it applies to anything and everything. At the end of the day, when you go to the starting line for a marathon, like a lot of people don't feel like they're ready. And I wasn't.
Yeah.
And I even said to someone, because I had gotten COVID, because I had gotten sick, I had a couple setbacks, but at the end of the day, all the training that I still did was positive to put me in the finish line and to cross over the first line to start and then to finish. So I felt I finished stronger, healthier, and I feel amazing. Not from just accomplishing that goal, but like I spent a lot of time working out and training, and
Yeah.
it's a great reminder of what your body is capable of and what you can push yourself to do.
Question for you. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
we have questions.
We
have
have
lots of
questions.
Yes.
Okay, my first question is, so why did you want to do another one? Once you've you kind of slayed that dragon and you're like, great, we went and got the tattoo. This is awesome. What makes you think I feel like it would have been like childbirth. Like, I would never want to do that again. Did it. But
Yes, I mean,
are there separate goals for the second one? Or walk us through that.
Okay. So let me take a step back. I did in 2023, I completed the New York City Marathon and I was on a high. And so I signed up for Chicago for 2024. However, as everyone knows, a lot of stuff went down and I wasn't prepared for Chicago in 2024. So I deferred it a year. Hence why I did the Chicago 2025 marathon, because I'd already signed up, deferred it, and made a commitment. Why did I want to do this? I don't know. I think I'm crazy, legitimately. No one wants to go run 26.2 miles on the day of.
That's what we're thinking.
But
Yeah.
it is actually really, really common that when you come off of the high of completing that marathon, the first one, New York, most people, if they're going to sign up, they will sign up almost immediately. It's like super common that's when they get you.
It's like getting a tattoo.
Yeah.
Like,
So
you never just have one.
No,
Yeah.
I came off Chicago and I entered the lottery for Berlin for next year.
For Berlin?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Oh, God.
Hey.
I don't mind.
So to add to your point, yes, it is addicting. So I'm not officially in Berlin. I'm in the lottery to get in.
Yeah.
For what year is this? So we can just
For 2026 Berlin.
2026. Okay.
So where are the 7? Chicago, New York, San Francisco?
No, Chicago, New York, Boston, Sydney, London, Tokyo, Berlin.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So are you going to run all 7? Is that a goal? Did I miss that?
Technically, I don't really know if I have that
I don't
goal.
want that.
But I will also say Tokyo and Boston are extremely hard to get into for multiple reasons. Boston's course the streets are so narrow that they have to limit how many people can go in to this race, because it's run on historic streets. So think about how crowded it is.
Yeah.
So Boston is notoriously known for being very hard to get into. And like you have to time qualify just to get into the lottery.
Oh.
Whereas for Berlin, I could just put myself in the lottery and it's a different course. It allows for more people to be able to get into it.
I feel like Sydney feels like it'd be all spread out and like anybody could get into Sydney.
Sydney was a brand new race this year.
Okay.
They just got added. And then there's also rumor that there might be an eighth world major being added next year, and that's going to be South Africa.
Okay.
Damn.
And does the
So,
major thing matter more to you than just like, I'm gonna go run a marathon that's like in Sonoma?
yes.
Like,
So,
okay.
well, let me say two things. It matters more to me because it's like the creme de la creme. But two, I don't want to run in my backyard if I'm going to do 26.2 miles. Like,
Yeah.
everyone's like, why haven't you done San Francisco? I'm like, because I run it every day.
Yeah, you did say that today because I
Yeah.
asked you. Yeah.
So
Which makes
it's
sense. You're like, it's kind of boring at this point.
totally. So it's like
Yeah.
a double star, right? You
Yeah.
get the star for completing the AM marathon, and then you get a star for completing a major.
Yeah.
So it's that there is that attractiveness.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I got a question on your
Yeah.
body because, as you know, I was a distance and track cross
Yeah.
country runner for most of my young life anyway, and I still run, but not to that degree. I can't run like that anymore. Like my hips and knees, maybe because of the years of running. So how is it impacting your body?
Okay, so when I ran New York, like the last 3 miles of New York, I felt like I was running on stones and I was in extreme amounts of pain. And I would say even the next 24 hours, everything hurt. Like your body, just the lactic acid is built up. Like you
Yeah.
can't
Kind
walk
of go into
downstairs, you can't
go
stand
into
that.
shock. Yeah.
This time, no problems. I mean, there was a couple like stiff thigh muscles going on a step or two. Had no problems with walking. Felt I finished Chicago stronger and healthier than I did New York. And
Nice.
Yeah, it
like
sounds like it.
I did all this training on my own too, which is not shocking to me where compared to New York where I had a personal trainer, I was following a program and I still had a coach for this and I was following a program, but I didn't have a personal trainer. I was doing everything on my own. So
That was going to
I'm
be one of my questions actually, was like the different experience between, I think the first one you did with a, you signed up with a program and you raised money and it was like all part of this organized thing. And then this one you were freebasing again.
no, I wasn't freebasing. So
No,
I did
she's still.
sign up
Yeah.
again and I raised like $2,500 for
Yeah.
team
But
challenge.
so would you like that was going to be would you consider doing it on your own now, or do you feel like that whole program and coach
Well, so
aspect is huge?
the reason why I signed up with Team Challenge is in order to get into the majors, you have to time qualify and get into the lottery. But if you go through a
Oh,
charity,
philanthropy.
you don't
Yeah.
have
Okay.
to, but you are
But you
required
have
to
to
raise money.
raise a specific amount. Yeah.
So for Berlin, I just entered the lottery as an independent person.
Do you have to time qualify?
No, that the
Okay.
lottery you don't have to, but
Okay.
you do for the Boston. Like every major is different
Yeah.
because of the popularity and the
And the
requirements.
amount of people that they can actually have
Yeah.
in the
So like for
race. Yeah.
example, New York has I think a 7+1 program where if I went to New York City and did 7 of their official organized runs throughout 2026, it would guarantee me entry into New York City 2027.
Hmm.
Got it.
Okay.
Man,
Yeah.
runners are crazy. Okay, I have one
No
more question.
kidding.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was the longest mileage you did going into this race versus the last one, New York?
So New York, I got up to 16 miles. Something very similar happened to me this time as well as New York is before
That's
New
sick.
York, I got a stress. I had tendonitis in my foot
Oh
and I got
no.
COVID.
Mhm.
This one, I got up to 13 miles, got COVID, and I hired there's tons of running programs and everyone's got an opinion and it's very interesting. But I did a group coaching program with the Badass Lady Gang. They welcome all size, all fitness levels. They're very inclusive, and it's run by this woman named Kelly Roberts, who I started following in New York City prior to New York running, and just was very impressed with her organization that she created out of thin air.
Yeah, I will say
And
people in the background looked of multitudes of different
yes,
shapes
Yeah,
and sizes. And I noticed in some of the photos, I was like, oh, not necessarily the body type that I would imagine.
like a
I
Kenyan.
think, yeah,
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
Kenyan or an
yeah, yeah,
Ethiopian. I
yeah.
mean, I think that's also one of the things that I'm always impressed with because, like, comparison's the thief of joy. But I'm going to be the first one to admit that when I'm staring and looking at people that are surrounded by me, and I'm like, how can
I
this
got
bitch run
this.
faster than me? Like her body is not better than mine. I
I
gotta
got
touch better, you
this.
know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it's you can't. Like you just
Yeah.
never know how people show
Because
up.
it's mostly because at that point it's so mental.
Mental.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. It's like at that point
Yeah.
it's not like you're coming in just to have like not trained at all, or
Yeah.
at least ran a little bit, but it's all in your mind. I
Yeah.
almost feel like by like mile 16, I just get bored and be like, I just don't even care to finish. This is annoying me now.
I
Well,
think you're not a
in
runner,
that
Megan.
in that
Megan's not a runner.
yes.
And
So
I don't even think it would take to mile 16. Like mile 8, I'm like, I don't know. Where are the chips and salsa?
well, that's also the big thing about the majors is that they take over the city. So think of for 26.2 miles, it's one long block party.
Yeah.
So there's people everywhere, there's crowds, every neighborhood's different. It's in some ways, for me, a really cool way to see a city.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a kind of celebrate the city.
Yes. And, they come out with all walks of life and also post from mile 16, I would say to mile 19, it is a mental struggle. It's like
Mm.
I wanted to quit. Like I had, as I was telling you guys, my headset died. I
Oh,
was in
Oh yeah,
pain.
when you told me that I was like, I'd be walking off if you had no music to
Yeah.
get you through, and the worst that like the last of it, done,
And then,
please.
however, I completely turned it around and went faster than I ever had and completed, like, hit negative splits. And for the group, a negative split means that if I'm pacing an average mile at 14 minutes, every other mile after goes down, the time goes down. So from
Yeah.
14 minutes to 13 and a half to 13 minutes to 12 and a half. So
that's
I ended up
awesome.
finishing in a
Yeah.
negative
Did you have you told
time.
us your official time yet, or are you comfortable
So my
sharing that?
official time was, I think it was 6 hours and 39 minutes. Um, and
And
New
Thank you
York
to the
City,
Mamma Mia soundtrack.
yes, because I listened to Mamma Mia soundtrack on repeat for the last 4 miles.
oh wow.
Um, because I
I know, it
had
makes
it
me want to
blaring on my
listen to it
phone.
now. Yeah,
It's
it's like now
it's
I want to.
honestly like that's one of the like mental fortitudes is like you keep 6 hours, 37 minutes, and 4 seconds.
Ooh.
Now, I would say if I went to my Strava, because I did pause my Strava when I wasn't running, when I was going to the bathroom, and some of the like there were definitely times that it took longer than a minute to go to the bathroom because there were lines.
Mm-hmm.
If I went into my Strava account, it says that I was like 5 minutes faster.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So when we're
Um,
talking about goals, I just want to say, like,
yeah,
I'm assuming that there are people that run these marathons that they're not stopping to go to the bathroom. I've heard of this
yes,
stuff
yeah,
because they're like they are on a
a time
mission.
goal, and they will
Yeah,
shit themselves.
Are they wearing a
yeah.
diaper? I was gonna say.
And I'm
Yeah,
like, those are the
Yeah.
kind of goals that just seem a little extreme
and
to
I,
me.
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't.
you spend that much time, like it's a lifestyle. When you spend
Yeah.
that much time and that much focus and that much effort towards something, when you get there, like you mentioned at mile 16, I would just stop. No, you wouldn't, because at that point you're like, yeah, no, I
mhm.
have worked so hard to get here. That's not even, it's not even in your head. It's not even in your brain. You're like, no,
Right.
Yeah,
I'm finishing, or I'm going to beat my time or whatever that
yeah.
goal is.
And I
Yeah.
also, when I set out for goal setting for this marathon, my goal, and it's still what it was, it with the day of, as you started on the beginning line, um, was just to complete it. That was my goal, right? Um, Now my goal, if I do another marathon, I think will be different because now I've gotten two, and now I want to be faster, stronger.
Mm-hmm.
And how does that? I have no idea what that looks like and how that plays into it, but yeah, my goal was just to finish.
I
And
can't.
even at mile 19 or 20, I did want to give up. And I just was like, you know what? If I walk the rest, I walk the rest. But then
Yeah.
like, in the back of my mind, I was like, I still want to beat New York's time.
Yeah. I remember when Darren did his Ironman, he tried it twice, finished once. So his first year I wasn't there. But the year that he finished, which was I think 2 years ago, I was there for the whole time, there from the start to the finish. And going back to like seeing, body types,
Hmm.
ages, people that I would have placed money
Yeah,
bets against,
yeah.
Yeah.
uh, are out there doing it. And the most emotionally stunted of the group, uh, cried multiple times
Aw.
watching, and not just because of my brother, but like
Yeah.
watching these
Yeah.
people. It is like insanely inspirational and just, yeah, they're out and yeah,
And
it's
everyone has their own different reason for why they're there too,
yes,
which is,
people
I mean, I
are,
feel like that's with the Olympics. Like, I always love the stories more so than like actually watching them like do the sport, like when
yeah,
they're like introducing you to who they are. And so then it like means more when you're watching them. But honestly, I could be like, I could just listen to the story and be done with that.
yeah,
Like, I like the inspiration part for
Yeah.
sure.
yeah.
Have you guys seen the movie Brittany Runs a Marathon?
Yes, I've watched it a couple
Yes.
times.
Yeah,
So
okay.
good. It's
So
so
that, I mean, that
good.
talk about a story.
Yeah, that's so
Like
true and great.
it's for the listeners, it's about, and Carolyn, it's about this girl that's kind
You'd
of
love it.
stuck in her like life, kind of coming of age almost. She's what, in her maybe 30s or
Yeah,
late 20s, early
yeah.
30s, and everyone around her is kind of making things,
Evolving,
yeah, evolving, getting jobs and getting married and
married.
having kids, and she's like still out partying, drinking, and she's overweight and she's not really performing at her job like she probably expected herself to. So she takes up running, and it like just changes her whole like outlook
Life.
on herself and her self-esteem. And she feels like what it's like to be like a pretty woman and be, people are opening doors for her. It's a good movie. It's pretty intense.
Yeah.
Like it's a pretty
Is
intense
it
movie.
true?
Yeah,
I think it's based on a true story,
I
it
right?
is
think it's
based on
based
true
on
story.
her because I think she's the one who wrote it, the
It's not,
actress.
No, the
yeah,
actress, that's not her.
Oh, she did not write it. Okay.
Yeah.
but I think it
But
is
it
But
is,
I
based on
thought it
like,
was based off of a book,
it
correct?
is. It's based
Yeah.
off a true story because I
Yeah.
down the rabbit hole and looked
you
at
Yeah.
would
it.
definitely
Yeah, you'd love it. I mean,
enjoy
if
it,
you were
Carolyn.
crying, if you were crying at Iron Man, then you'd love this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Iron Man, is that what it's called?
Yeah,
Iron
the
Man?
Iron
Yeah,
Man.
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Uh,
there's all sorts of different goals.
and so Susan, I always say that the marathon people and the Ironman people, these are like the all or nothing, the all or nothing like goal setters. Like it's all about accomplishing this one task as opposed to just going out to run because you enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
have you thought like, I mean, I mean I get it, but also like why
Yeah.
does it have to be
Why? Just
why does it have
stop
to
right
be
there.
like
We
this
are all your friends, but we are curious. Like, why? Like,
the
what's the?
big
Is it
big
that high? Is it the accomplished? Like you said, the creme de la creme. Is it like that you get to say that you've done? Like you when you wanted to get the tattoo of the one
or
percent.
or do you
Um,
feel like
or
you
is
would
it?
just stop running if you didn't have
Yeah,
this big goal? Like if you didn't have this big thing that you
yeah,
were fighting for and trying for, would you just be like, fuck
yeah.
it,
It'd be easy to get out of running for 6 months because you're like, don't. I'm
forever?
not. Yeah, or ever. Yeah,
Well, to answer your question, I have two schools of thought. Originally, when I ran in New York City, I never considered myself a runner. I never thought I would run a half mile, a half marathon, a marathon. I thought it was because I didn't identify myself as someone that would be like that, right?
yeah.
Mm.
So I think that was the first goal was like, let me do something that is completely crazy and like out of the norm. Now going on to the second thing, what I've taken away from training for this marathon is I'm not saying I want to live like this the rest of my life, but I want to be this healthy and I like the way my body looks and I like the muscles I've developed and I like I physically like the way I look right now. I'm very
But
happy
don't
with
you
it.
think you could get that with a half marathon?
Oh, I don't disagree, but what I'm saying
Or
is
no merit.
like for the past year I've been still working out, but I've not been working out as intently
Yeah,
intense
So
yeah,
it is probably
as
like you were saying, it's you
yeah,
have that goal to achieve.
yeah,
So then, yeah, you
yeah.
are the extremist of the, yeah. That's
yeah.
why, Carolyn, that's why I said by mile 16, I'd get bored. And you know what I would? Like miles, I mean, I wouldn't even be signing up for this shit, but like mile 16, I'm like, I just would be like, yeah, maybe if I want to go running tomorrow, I'll go running. But I don't like keeping me running isn't gonna be like crossing that finish line. Like that's not what's gonna keep me going back to running tomorrow.
No, but I think
If
that
I
there's
know
some
myself. Know
for sure.
thyself.
But I
I
also think
guess.
like I took away from this what because I had 6 hours to think out there that anything that you're putting time into is gonna take effort and like
Yeah,
whether it's wanting to change the way you look or
yeah,
maybe changing a job or maybe buying a place. It's a matter of breaking down that goal into smaller goals to be achievable and to be consistent.
yeah.
And it's not about luck. It's about putting in the time, whether it's any of those things I just mentioned.
Yeah, you gotta plan, you gotta put in the time and be ready for the opportunity. I'm a huge goal person. You guys know that. I constantly
Yes.
have goals going. And I get it, like to stay motivated to kind of keep yourself the way you want to look, the way you want to feel. Sometimes having um that, I'm gonna run this or I'm gonna run that or I'm gonna meet this
Mhm.
time uh helps keep you motivated. It gives you that pinnacle
I
really
mean, I'll
to
ask
strive for.
Carolyn, you do
Yeah.
CrossFit and you do weightlifting. Don't you have similar goals? Like I want to
Or your
lift
hikes or
deadlift X or I don't know.
I kind of did in the beginning, and then honestly, my goal is consistency right
Hmm.
now. I mean, it's I think I did have some numbers, some weightlifting goals in the beginning, and got to some of them, and some of them I didn't. But then also realized that, like, yeah, no, it's better for me. I'm not an all or nothing girl. I have always been a shit in moderation. Like, I'm not a, like, my brother-in-law was a like 100-mile, what do you call it, ultra distance runner, right? So he would do 100-mile races. My brother's done Ironmans. Like, these are like all or nothing. I don't
Are you
know.
talking about Wit?
No,
Oh,
John's brother.
oh,
Yeah,
I
and
didn't know that about John's brother.
I didn't know that
And
about John's
neither.
brother.
yeah, and so
I forgot that he has brothers and you have other
actually
brother-in-laws.
he's actually a really good example, and he won't mind me saying this. Um, he is an all or nothing guy, right? So he gets into something, whether it's running or CrossFit or mountain biking, and he's freaking gangbusters all in. He wants to do the most, the hardest, the biggest challenge. And then when he falls off hard, and he becomes a couch potato and gains weight and drinks, and you know what I mean? So he is
Yeah.
really, like, the pendulum swings with that one. And I find that really the pendulum swings with a lot of
A lot
people.
of people.
And
Hmm.
and even with like marathons and that whole Ironman thing, a lot of people said that they experienced depression,
Hmm.
like a short-lived depression, once the race was over, once the goal was accomplished, and
Hmm.
they felt a little bit lost, like, well, now what?
What do
And
I
Yeah,
do
that's
next?
why
yeah, yeah.
they sign up
Up
for
for another.
the race,
Yeah.
because it's like you got to
Gotta
chase.
hit.
You
You
got
gotta chase the dragon.
yeah. So yeah, I mean, I definitely I have some goals, but for me, it has definitely become much more about consistency and just getting there. Just get there, do the work, whether that might look different day to day for where I'm at, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's
Actually, a good one.
the exercise that's the same for me. It's just if I can just hit it three times a week at minimum, I feel like I've been
Yeah,
okay.
it's not exciting. It's
Right.
not like, but it's just it's like a, I don't know, just
I think
is.
I think Manny's a little bit like you, Sue, where he'll run and do his half marathons and he'll be consistent for a long time, but then he'll fall off. So I think having that constant, like, I signed up for this race, kind of
Mhm.
keeps him motivated too. I would venture to say, I couldn't say 100%, but knowing him as long as I have, that seems kind of,
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
likes to, that keeps him motivated as
Yeah.
well. And
That
I
Go
know
makes
you
big or
were,
go
sense.
home.
yeah, and you were into biking for a short period of time too, weren't
Yeah,
you?
I mean, it was definitely like, I mean, I'm still technically into it.
Gotcha.
I just haven't done I used to do long distance cycling.
Yeah.
And I did a San Francisco to LA bike ride that took about 7 days back in 2007.
Hmm.
I think that was also something that like I wanted to get in, get fit, and change my life. And obviously, you
Good.
can't just do it in one shot. And I think I learned a lot from that.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, the people that bike up here in wine country, I mean, they look like they are in great shape and everything, but I get so scared for them.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I
Just
know.
people out drinking and on those windy roads and blind
Yeah.
corners, and it's like, wow, I'm just surprised more people don't get injured doing that.
Yeah.
But I mean, it looks beautiful going out, and I
Was
always
it?
I I always tell Julie, I'm like,
Your
wouldn't it have been
head's
nice
down.
if they had planned like bike paths like along the
Yeah. Oh,
nice
along the roads.
along
Yeah.
the roads at
Yeah.
some point. We pay enough
I'm
in
just going to be the
taxes.
Karen. Does it look that great? Your head is down the whole time. All the
Oh,
beautiful scenery that we get to see, they don't see. Their head is like down and they look like it's
true.
grueling and it doesn't look enjoyable. So, again, is
I'm hoping they
it?
look up a little bit. I mean, I
Oh,
think some
wow.
of them are more serious than others,
No, just
but
doesn't look that pleasant.
yeah.
Sorry. I
So
don't think
other
Susan and I don't have the same hobbies. And like, yeah,
well,
long
what are
distance running or cycling does not
cycling?
sound great.
Well, yeah, I mean, it takes a special type of you have some mental like
Yeah.
yeah, trying to think of the word.
No, that's
Fortitude,
like
I think.
Strong
fortitude.
mental
Yeah.
Yeah.
fortitude.
Fortitude.
Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah. So let's go around, and do you guys have any goals we're coming up at the end of 2025 here. Do you guys set goals every year for yourselves, or do you just set them as any time, or are you okay, new year, new goal, or is it kind of consistently, I've set this small goal, I've accomplished it, set this small goal. Do you guys want to share any besides, running in another one of the majors?
The only goal that I've set for myself for the last few years
Oh my God, it's why I'm laughing so hard.
is how many books I want to read in a year.
Oh
Oh, that's
yeah.
nice.
That's nice and nerdy.
Yeah, and that's my only like, New Year's goals and New Year's whatever resolutions.
Yeah.
I've always,
Yeah.
been like, fuck New Year's resolutions, they're stupid.
Totally. Totally.
And I've never set any, but for the last couple of years, I've set a number of how many books I want to read. So that's the
That's
only goal
awesome.
that I've
That's
set.
Yeah.
rad.
Yeah.
I,
No,
I
that's
have
very cool.
I have been toying with the idea recently of signing up with Susan's inspiration. Thanks a lot, Sue.
Well, I told you
Um,
I would kind of do it, maybe.
Signing up for like a
Oh, little
sprint
happy.
distance, sprint distance triathlon, but
Hmm.
I haven't committed to that yet. I don't want the joy to be taken out of the exercise for me. Like if I have to do it, then I'm like, I don't know, will I not enjoy it as much,
Hmm.
So I'm toying with that idea.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Fun.
Cool. What about you, Meg?
Well, I've got a business to start. So yeah, that would be first priority. But I was just telling you guys earlier, I've felt a little less motivated than I thought that I was gonna feel. Like I feel like I'm just enjoying my mental health. That like honestly, I didn't know how much was lacking
Hmm.
in the last like months of my, previous job.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, like I just like the levels of anxiety that I had and that I just like lived through on a daily basis. I had no idea like at what level my body was like frequent. Like it was serious. Like
Hmm.
so honestly, I've just been like wake up every day and I'm like, okay, what's going to kind of give me some pleasure, some joy. I've been reading like a lot more, been going on walks. Like even yesterday, it was like, I just want to go and like walk around town and go and find like a really good burger. I know these things sound lame,
No, I
but
love that.
it's just like,
Yeah.
honestly, I just wanted to like listen to some music. It was a rainy day. It's like, I just wanted, yeah, my goal right now is just some emotional and mental healing and peace. And obviously getting, the business off the ground. But um
Do
that's
you
all like,
normally are you a goal setter in general, like normally?
no, not necessarily. I mean, I'm kind of like, if I want to do something, I'll do it. And if I don't, I don't. So I mean, I feel like a lot of my life though, early on, when it was very regiment with sports.
Mm.
And so there was just a lot of decisions I didn't really get to make on my own. It was like there was a lot of things that I had to do for practice, I mean, I was in high school and I was driving to Sacramento once, sometimes twice a week to take like private pitching lessons. Then you got to go out and practice on your own. Then you still have practice. So I think so many things were so regimented early on that I just kind of have gravitated towards the opposite now that I'm an adult and like I have control over whether I want to do that or not.
Yeah.
So that
Got
might have
kind of
kind of
burned out as a kid
burn
a little bit.
out on
Yeah.
on like just all this like responsibility and all this pressure on yourself. And who am I? You're competing against yourself, but you're competing against all these other people. And then, like things didn't ever even work out exactly how I had planned them to anyway. So it's like,
Right.
yeah, I don't know. It just seems to be competitive with oneself is
Nature.
just not my nature. And,
Yeah.
that's all good.
Yeah.
Nice.
What
Make
about you, Meanders?
Well, I have a lot of goals. I can't share them all. Some of them are
Can't
personal,
share your secrets.
but I actually do want to do another half marathon. I think I can do it if I take the time to like
Okay.
I'll
stretch
do it with
properly.
you.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe Sue and Manny can do it with me. Maybe
I'm
We
we
kind
should
can.
of
find
surprised by
one for
that.
like April
Yeah, I'm
or
super
March.
surprised by that because I thought
Really?
you were like, well, just because you're like, thought that running was hard on your body. And
It
so I
is.
just, yeah,
I haven't been doing it as much though. I've been doing more other things, and I think
yeah,
if I train carefully and make sure I'm stretching, I think I can do
Yep.
it because it
yeah,
is fun.
If
yeah,
you
awesome.
I like running. I've always liked it.
Yeah, I mean, you're a runner.
if you ease into it,
Yeah.
it won't hurt like you're anticipating.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also think there's this misconception from when I run, like everyone's like, oh, I got bad knees, it hurts. I think it's easing in, doing stretching, and like literally not going out tomorrow running 5 miles. Like
Yeah.
Right.
it's literally take the first mile at 15 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Totally.
yes, at this point in our age, I do spend a lot of time warming up, which I think never thought I would do. Meaning,
Yeah,
like before I actually go out for a run, there's anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes of me
of
like
just
active
prepping your
stretch.
body.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. See, I've
As-
never had the patience to do that. I need to. And I think, and that's a goal, actually, stretching more, doing some lift weight training, because I've always just been a cardio girl.
yeah.
Those are things I really just need to do for my own like
I think
yeah.
that
longevity.
well,
Yeah.
that I think that's the biggest difference between New York City and this year is even though I had a personal trainer, I was seeing her twice a week. That's all I did. Whereas this
Mm.
time, I actually weight trained way more, and I might have done more knowing that I was on my own, but it
Yeah.
paid off.
Yeah.
I might need to
Sounds
start
like
something
it.
because my hand's cramping just from holding this damn phone.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Man,
it's
you need
real.
some goals.
Getting older is
God,
real. We should all do it together.
Jesus.
I used to
Um,
be a big time goal setter in my real estate career. Like
Yeah.
every
okay,
year,
yeah,
like I had a very detailed business plan, all kinds of different goals. I mean, like weekly goals, monthly goals, sales goals.
yeah.
It was very detailed, and I attribute much of my
Success.
success to that attention to detail and goal
And
setting.
goals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel like also sometimes, like, and even just in my previous profession, like, like when you're like more of a task oriented from what I did. I mean, like, your goal is just to like make a certain amount of money that night or just fucking make it through a shift without ripping someone's head off. And so it was, you know what I mean? Like it's not like yours, you had specific goals for real estate that got you, but I mean, mine is just like shift based.
Yeah.
I mean, except for the last 5 years of ownership and stuff.
Yeah.
And then that was COVID. I mean, it was just kind of like, oh God, let's hopefully you survive today.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's just weird. Like, I think also sometimes your professions like can kind of shape
Sure.
what you're used to, you know, doing
Yeah, for
goal
sure.
goal or goal oriented, not.
Sue, do you set professional goals for your job?
Like I had five accounts that I had listed that were like goal accounts to win. And out of the five, we've won one. And it happened in this quarter. So it's great. Like that's that kind of goal setting super stokes me. Would I've liked it to be more? Yeah, but I'm not going to complain that it took a year for us to win one piece of business that was completely dark.
Yeah. I think when you're like, I think it also kind of depends on where you are in your career too. Like when you're young and hungry, you don't have to be
Yes.
young,
Yeah,
but when you're hungry for success, like I think the goal setting is like super important,
yeah,
when you really are hungry and you are really trying to accomplish something, then yeah, I think you'd be silly to not set goals. But if
Right.
you're a little comfortable,
yeah, yeah,
if we want to call it,
yeah.
then maybe in that hunger isn't there, then, goal setting, I think, kind of slips by the wayside.
I also think that like what you said, when you're starting out your career, you're a lot more hungry. Like if you take Susan, what year is it? 2025. Susan in
Mhm.
2015 had specific goals. Like, well, let's go back to 2011. I wanted to buy a house. Like my goals were financially driven, right? And I did that. I set out to save money, sell, save my commission, buy a place. I did that.
Yeah.
There was a lot of more financial things that I want, like was goal oriented too. And I'm still goal oriented that way because, Amanda and I talk about this all the time. Like, you still need more money. Like, I need more money.
Yeah.
But I would say the pace of play or how I go about goal setting and what's more important to me has definitely shifted because
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's later in my career, right? And we also are playing with economic factors. There's just so much difference going in that now I'm looking at, all right, what does the next year to 2 years look like? And what do I have to do to pick those building blocks so that in 2 years I'm XYZ or I want, you know, I don't know, to own a company. That's not what I want, but
Yeah.
Example. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we've talked about this on other episodes. There's, you know, most likely less road ahead than there is behind. And so, yes, your goals change, what you appreciate, what you like changes, who you like to spend time with changes, how you like to spend your time definitely
Yeah.
changes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that all tracks.
So now we should have exercise goals instead of work goals. Okay, girls?
Yeah. I mean, so
Okay.
coming
Gotta
out
have
of
both.
this, my goal from an exercise standpoint, okay, I was working out 6 days a week. I don't want to do that anymore, but I do want to physically maintain this shape and I want to have, I would like to get stronger. I want to get
Yeah.
more physically fit.
Yeah.
I'll set that goal with you. I was like, I need to get to the gym at least 3 times a week. That's ridiculous that I would not. Like 3 times a week. There's like
Yeah.
a hot tub and like a
No,
steam
but
room
don't go for
after
the hot
all of
tub.
that.
Go
Well,
after.
it's like I'm reward based. I'm like basically a dog. So like I would have
That's
to,
the cherry on top. Yeah.
yeah, it's like that would be the thing that I'm like, okay, if I go and do that, then I get this at
Then,
the
okay,
end.
yeah.
And
I get a
so
cupcake if I work out.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So
Maybe two.
I'm okay. But yeah, but see, but that I won't want that because
Yeah.
you're working out and you're feeling good. But that
Right.
to me is what will get me there. But check
Got it.
on me next week, three
Okay,
times.
will do.
Okay.
Well,
Let's
wait,
I
No
are we
can
meeting? Are
problem.
we meeting on Monday? Because we gotta make sure I gotta get in there before Monday. Three
yes.
times. Okay.
So maybe at least one time before Monday?
No, 3 times. I
Three
can
times.
get there
Okay.
3 times before Monday.
I
Because
mean,
that's
I
like
said this
every
with
day, right? What did I say?
Carolyn.
It's only
I
Wednesday.
was just watching
Wednesday.
The
It's
Rules
only Wednesday.
Man Ironman championships this weekend, or on when I say watching, let's reframe this. I follow them on Instagram.
Mhm.
And an 80-year-old woman did an
Yes.
Ironman and she
Yes.
finished. And
yes,
so
I saw
my
that.
biggest thing is, and I even saw people at the marathon. I talked to these cute little women that were in their mid 70s. And
Yes.
I want to be healthy. I want to be upright. I don't want to
Yeah.
be obese. I
Yeah.
don't want to be unhealthy. I want to be able to, like, if
Be
Carolyn was like, hey, I'm
mobile.
going to walk the Great Wall of China and we're 75, you want to come with me? I'll be like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah, makes
Absolutely. That's
sense.
like the whole like every yesterday was supposed to coach. The coach was sick. I got called in to coach. I checked the schedule to see who signed up. Uh, everyone had canceled.
Oh,
Everyone had canceled, so I had the morning off. But I still fucking got up and I went into an empty gym with no one there to
Yeah,
work out because I'm
that's
like,
nice.
no, I told
yeah,
myself I was gonna
I was gonna do it.
go. I wanted to work out. I'm gonna make it awesome because I'm gonna
Yeah,
have the whole place to myself.
Yeah.
And every time that conversation in my head is, yeah, no, I want I don't want to be frail.
yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
I want to be strong.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's that's where I'm at.
No, yeah, it terrifies me. And the people that don't move or that don't consistently continue to move, even if it's just a walk around the neighborhood every other day,
Yep.
those are the people that, or the oldest, the fastest that
yeah,
I've seen in my
Yep.
life
Well,
anyway.
and
yeah.
then my dad's 82 and he just had his knee replacement and the doctor said I've never seen an 82-year-old rebound this way. And he's
So
like,
fast, yeah,
but
because he
my
was slow.
dad walks every day and he works out and he does golf and he's like, you told me what I needed to do, I did it,
Yeah,
and that's why I'm healthy.
we'd like to wipe our own ass in the long run.
Exactly. I don't want to be wiping anyone I don't want anyone wiping my own ass and I don't want to be wearing a
Exactly.
diaper.
Thank you.
Well,
So
Yeah.
fun fact about
that's a goal.
that is a goal. Well, fun fact that I hear about this in my BNI group from the trainer, that number one reason people have to go into a retirement home is because they can't get off the toilet themselves.
Mhm.
They're not strong enough to get off the toilet any longer. And
No,
so they have to go to
Yeah, because you don't
assisted living.
have like
the
hand
must.
so like when my mom was very, very frail,
Oh, in your bath.
when you're getting up from a chair or a couch or something, she would use her hands on the um
Side of whatever
side.
there is.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and if you don't have something to use your hand
Yeah.
with, she wasn't strong enough to, her little scrawny legs were not strong
Yeah.
enough to get her up.
I want all
Wow.
you guys to do this, and I'm gonna do it tonight. See if you can, if you're sitting on your knees, like at a door jam, right? Like you're on your knees.
Okay, I
And
already hurts. That hurts so bad to get on my
well,
knees.
okay, you're not listening to what I'm saying. Like you're on your knees.
Yeah.
You have to then get up without pulling yourself up.
Mm.
And that's a testament to strength. And if you can't do that, you have a problem. That's what I
Yeah.
read in an article. Like if you
Well, then I
can't
have a
get
problem.
up, well, then you should start working out. I don't know if
Yes.
I can do it. I don't know if
No, it's
I can
like
do it
that.
either.
I have a
But I
problem.
was
I
like,
just had
I'm
to get on my
actually want to
knees.
go. I was reading an article. I was like, I should test myself out. I can get up off my knees, either at a pole or on the door jamb to see if that's possible.
What do you mean? What's the door jam?
Well, the door as a way to like steady yourself if you had to grab something.
Okay. Let
Like
me
you
see.
like just getting up,
Okay.
like
Okay. I'm gonna get on my
Yeah,
knees
you
right now, but
can.
I'm on a pillow because I'm like, I can't be on my knees. Oh
Okay,
yeah, I got up. I could
so
get up.
you can use a door jam. You can have something to
I didn't even
like
hold anything, but
push
it hurts to
against.
be on my knees, honestly. Like I
yeah.
just
Here, I'm gonna
hurts.
try.
Okay.
You'll be able to do it. I don't think
You
it's that
can do it. I just did it. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would hope so. Jesus, you
Well,
just
but
ran
there's so
20.
many people that
God, you
can't
freaked
get
me
up.
out.
I know,
me
but
too.
Oh my God.
there's so many
Yeah.
people that can't get up or get like up that they have to grab onto something. Like what your point is about your mom, like she was so frail. Like that's what I don't want to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. No, absolutely.
You
So
don't
even
want
if it's
anybody
the
wiping your
bare,
ass.
I don't want anyone wiping my ass.
Let's
Even
just
if it's
leave it
the
at that.
bare minimum that we have to do to stay mobile and strong, that I think that's even fine.
3 days.
Or invest in a what is the French toilet that squirts you in the butt?
The
Bidet.
The
day.
day
Bidet.
I have that. Oh,
I was
first
gonna
so you
say
don't wipe
you
your
have that.
ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a bidet. It's
Well,
the best thing I ever bought in my house.
Well, I'm going to have to ask you about that on
That's
the next
great.
episode.
That's a whole
Anyway,
other topic.
we're getting close to our time, ladies. This was a good one. Thanks for sharing your experience, Susan. That was, and
Yeah,
we're all,
thanks.
as you know, we were
Congrats.
cheering you on Sunday.
Yeah, it was fun.
We're
Yeah.
super
Yeah,
impressed
that
by you.
was. Good job,
Thank you.
Carolyn, for keeping us like abreast at like every marker. I
Yeah.
just kept sending messages when, the time seemed right.
Yeah. I was excited. Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, it was
The
very cool.
the last 4 or 5 miles were super fun and super invigorating.
That's
Good.
awesome.
That's awesome. Well, we will see you next time, listeners. Remember, if you have questions or topics that you'd like us to talk about, please feel free to email us at info@thecarenspodcast.com. That's info at thecarenspodcast.com. You can hear us free on Spotify, Apple, Castbox, excuse me. And I'm told our wonderful producer, Hannah, has started putting some of these on YouTube as well.
Woo-hoo!
Yeah.
Thanks,
so,
Hannah.
So Susan, why don't you take it out for us?
Well, thanks for tuning in to the Karens, where we have opinions on everything, but we're experts on nothing.
See you next week.
Even wiping our own asses.
Yeah.
I wanna hold you 'cause I need you.